Sarah, Daddy again. I want you to look up this word, legacy, Legacy, legacy. I want you to look that up. And Sarah, it's really difficult for me to sort of articulate this, but I'm going to say this, that I'm trying to model something before you. And one thing I'm trying to model before you is to do for self. Be self-employed, start your own business, be your own boss. Now you may say, well, Daddy, you just talked to me about getting a college degree. Hey, education is important. Don't believe that to be a successful entrepreneur that you don't need education and training. In fact, you need more education and training if you want to be your own boss. And this is one thing I like to encourage you to really check out. Be an entrepreneur. First of all, what are you passionate about? Your father loves what he's doing right now. You know, right now, Daddy's doing the church education business. I love it. I'm passionate about it. Not making a whole lot of money doing it, but I love it. And I found that the more I put into it, the money follows. But what's important, what has to lead it, is my passion for it, is my love for it, okay? So I'm asking you, find out what you love. Find out what you're passionate about. And invest in it. Pursue it. Go after it. The money will follow. 2, always read. You must read. Always read. Always read books on successful entrepreneurs, like the Rothschilds, the Walton family, or Madam C.J. Walker. Read books on success principles and business principles. Read books by like Anthony Robbins and Peter Lynch, Napoleon Hill, Zig Ziglar. Read books. Always read. Definitely encourage you to read the books that Les Brown has written. Read books on property, stocks and bonds, investing, wealth building. Read, baby. You got to read books. There's one thing you got to understand as part of your family. Your grandfather was a bibliophile. He had a library. He had a huge library. Your father is a little bit of a bibliophile. You remember the many times you come to your father's apartment, you've said, Daddy, why don't you get rid of all these books? Do something about these books. And you, whether you like to admit it or not, you've gotten that from your grandfather and your father. You're a little bit of a bibliophile. Continue with that, Sarah. Always read. Read books. I'm going to tell you one person I really want you to read about. Read a lot of biographies, like Go to My Ear. Read about her. Read about Madam C.J. Walker. Read about Joan of Arc. Read about Madam C.J. I already said Madam C.J. Walker. Read about Condoleezza Rice. Read books on successful women. That's very, very important. On successful women, famous women. Read a lot of those books. And here's the third thing I want to say to you, baby. Work for your father. That's exactly what I said. Work for your father. All your life, you've pretty much have worked for your father. Do you remember when you were a little girl? You would say, well, Daddy, I want that Barbie doll. Or Daddy, I want to go to McDonald's. And I would say to you, what are you going to do to earn it? And you would say, well, what can I do? And I said, well, you make good grades, I'll pay you. Hey, Sarah, you know, every time you get that report card, one of the first people you contact, one of the first people you call is your daddy. Because you know I owed you some money. You earned that. I paid you. I'd have you do other things like to record my chess games and do an analysis of them. I pay you for that. One time paid you to clean my car. Earn, baby. Work for your father. You've always done that. When you work for your father, I'm going to teach you everything possible about being your own boss. How to choose a legal structure, how to raise capital, how to market, how to manage your business, how to expand your business, and how to handle failure, disappointments, and setbacks. Let me give you a real quick example here. Donald Trump is one of America's most richest and best-known entrepreneurs. All right? Don't get wrapped up in all this controversy about Donald Trump. Read about him. Read about his life. Donald Trump worked for his father. His father taught him about business and entrepreneurship. Donald Trump, again, let me repeat this, he worked for his father. That learning experience of working for his father was far more valuable to Donald Trump than the money he later inherited from his father. That is a fact. That is the truth. And that is the legacy I want to pass on to you. You work for your father. You learn from your father. And then you take those life lessons and you apply them. I'd give you another quick example. Remember Rick? You know about Rick Pitino. Right now, he's the head coach of the University of Louisville Cardinals men's basketball. At least he is for right now. You know, his son right now is a college basketball coach. Where do you think his son learned that? Where do you think he learned it from? Well, first of all, he worked for his father. And then later on, he became a head coach of his own basketball team. He's doing quite well. It's important, Sarah. Work for your daddy. All right, baby. That's it. It's from Daddy, from Geezer.